Here it is, centuries in the making, another video. About 3 years since I made the last one. This one's gonna be different. Review on Sausage Party, because I love the movie. That's the whole review right there. I love the movie. Anyway, I had to make one because I do not remember the last time I actually went to a theater and I laughed. That's insane, and I hate Seth Rogen. I hate Seth Rogen with a passion. The only comedian I probably hate, except for maybe what is his name? Dane Cook. That's it. But it kind of, at the end of the movie, I was like, Seth Rogen's not that bad. And the cast got Nick Kroll as douche. Teresa Taco is Selma Hayek. You just got, I didn't even notice it was Michael Cera as the little like muffed up Frank sausage thing until like the end of the movie. Just his little voice sounds like he had a little bit of puberty. Anyway, the movie from the start starts off like a kids movie, really gentle. Starts off with a musical number, really creative. The lyrics, you got like a Hitler thing who wants to destroy the juice. You got the guy who played the Hulk, not Mark Ruffalo, but the guy Edward Norton, a Jewish bagel. And you got this flatbread thing, I don't know what it is, some foreign flatbread thing. It's all just rude comments throughout the whole movie, rude references to these foods and their demographics in real life. I think it's really clever and hilarious. Like how the Jew and Palestine, how they can't live together in the same space, they gotta kill each other. Which in the end is kind of ironic what they do to each other. Then you got any obvious reference you can make with food is made in the movie by the douche. Which the douche finally, he finds a hole. I won't spoil whose hole he finds, but he finds a hole. The writing, insanely clever with basically Seth Rogen wants to know like what really happens in the great beyond, which is like you find out is made up, all made up by Bill Hader, which is Firewater. You got Mr. Grits, I don't know who that's played by. What's the other one? This Twinkie dude, just named Twink. They made up the Great Beyond because they never expire, so they don't care. They're the unperishables. Oh, Kristen Wiig is the bun. Can't remember her name. What's it? I don't know. Anyway, she's the bun. Frank's trying to get it in with the bun. Constant sex jokes about. At one point, Kristen Wiig. I'm just gonna call her Kristen Wiig. The bun is Kristen Wiig. I'll be surprised what I could fit in here. Maybe I'll put an eggplant in there. Just non-stop jokes. Anywhere they could fit something, but it wasn't too much. A little bit in the beginning, before and after the musical number, all they had to do was cuss after this, after that. Kind of turned me off. Thought it was going to be like some Seth Rogen crap, but the writing really turns it around after the first major death, I guess you could say, when the food finds out what happens in the Great Beyond. The majority of the movie is half Michael Cera on his own adventure in like the Great Beyond, where we are. And then the rest of it is Frank and some of the friends he meets trying to find their way back to their shelves, while Frank is trying to find a way to prove the Great Beyond isn't what it really is. Or isn't what it seems. He treks through like miles of this store, and the goal is them trying to get, but he's the only one who wants to do this. The rest of them just want to get back to their aisles. He's just trying to like postpone the whole journey. Eventually he does. The part I found the best was with, personally, at the like near the end, you find out that bath salts lets you see the food. Like the food, you see the trailer that you can see the guy talk to the food. That guy's on bath salts. You find out bath salts. When you're so messed up on bath salts, they let you see the food talk. So near the end, Michael Cera's like, they grab the bag of bath salts, put it in those toothpicks you see in the trailer, and they fire it at all the people, and they have like a humongous war. And the food comes on top, and then they all have a giant food orgy. Never thought I'd use those words in a sentence, but I did. The food orgies commenced, and after that's done, Frank goes to see Firewater, the Native American knockoff, the satire, which is Bill Hader. Talk about, he makes a portal. Him and Grits and all them are like, we're on some real high. He's on his high, like the have sex with a guy high. You know what I mean? Like. Anyway, he comes up with a portal. He discovers that not only are they not real, but that they're cartoons, and that Frank is Seth Rogen, and you know, this guy is this guy, and this guy's this girl. So they go through the portal, and it's kind of like on a cliffhanger, kind of. I was left wanting more, and I laughed from the beginning. I tried not to laugh because it was Seth Rogen, but it sucked me in, and overall, I'm glad I went to see it. I'd say 9 out of 10 only because some points I just got kind of bored. Like when Frank was on his journey, there's this place beyond the ice, and that was just kind of boring. Because you have him go to this place beyond the ice in order to find himself some proof to prove to the food, but then he has this big old speech, and then you have this whole religious thing, is that like people don't want realness, they want hope, and they're like, well, how are we gonna give them hope? So that's what makes them end up fighting back. Seth Rogen gives this big old speech. He has like a second try of a speech, and that happens. That's the only part of the movie I found weak, is that was just, I don't really see the point of it. I mean, it was fun and all, because you see him trek through all this stuff by himself. You see him have a mirage, like a hallucination of him and what's filling his bun, whatever her name is. I thought the villain was creative. He was the one making all the food puns. I'm not even a Nick Kroll fan. He's okay. The best part for me had to have been Michael Cera's part, because that was the more he was out in the real world and he saw what everything was. Like, he's seen some stuff, man. Anyway, Kristen Wiig, probably the only good movie she'll be in this year. Not going to see Ghostbusters, not going to see that garbage. But if I do, that'll be the next review. I think I'm going to change the style, not just gameplay, because it bores me. I have 2 ideas. 1, movie reviews, which could stay permanent. And then hashtag paranormal, that kind of stuff. So that's what to expect, and I'd say that's the video. I have another movie to review, so that might come out tomorrow.